Whoa, that looks incredible! It appears that the wide open wasteland of the outer ring actually has an underground side to it. And when it comes to this place, I'm sure you two are the experts. Could you please give the proxies some insight here?
Leave it to me. The outer ring is what people call this underdeveloped zone outside the main urban area of New Eridu. It's farther out than both Janus and Faunus quarters, and closer to this desert wilderness, which you don't get to see inside the city. And while it may not be as rich as the big city, it's blessed with a unique local asset. Oil! That's right! This was the fuel resource used during the old civilization. In the outer ring, people don't use etheric matter, but instead rely on oil to sustain themselves, while also selling some off to companies in New Eridu. After the old capital fell, folks came out here to start fresh, escape from old memories, and of course, some just want to hide from PubSec. It's not like in the city. The vast outer ring has people peppered around and supplies scattered about.
So it's up to the biker gangs to get supplies to the locals.
Biker gangs are highly trusted in the outer ring. So, they've also got the best intel around. If you want to survive out here, you'll need them.
Nice! Sounds to me like they're the ultimate messengers in the outer ring.
Of course! And among all the biker gangs, the Sons of Caledon are the best around.
Yeah! Wait, we are?
Well, nevertheless, your logistics company, Leaps and Bounds, has certainly made a name for itself in the outer ring. After all, not everyone can handle the job of transporting supplies through high-risk hollows.
Yep. If you want a pro job done, just leave it up to the pros.
Yep. And as you might have guessed, we're called a biker gang for a reason. We all ride motorcycles in this version's adventure. Proxies will also get to experience the thrill and joy of riding a motorcycle. Vroom, vroom!
Yup, skis! Come race with us in the outer ring! And as the baddest biker gang around, we got loads of members. Our biggest baddie is the young leader of the Sons of Caledon, Caesar!
Hey! If we're talking fame, you're clearly the real star here.
Nah, I'm just your average mixologist, running the underground drinks operation.
As for what kinds of drinks Bernice sells, well, we're not really at liberty to say right now. But it's safe to say that her drinks are famous throughout the outer ring.
Plus, there's Piper and Lucy, who you've already met. They're members of the gang, too.
That's right. Piper is the best truck driver around these parts. And Lucy? She's our top supervisor.
Speaking of Lucy, she's always so competitive with Caesar for some reason. If you come to the outer ring proxies, you'll probably catch those two squaring off.
Well, here's a friendly tip from a kind gentleman in sunglasses. Don't play referee, and try not to get caught in the crossfire.
Crossfire? Don't listen to Lighter's nonsense. Speaking of Lighter, you'll be meeting him too. He'll be facing a pretty tough opponent this time around.
Now that you mention it, the Sons of Caledon must have some serious competition in the outer ring, right?
That's for sure.
Even though we're all part of the Motor League, we're not exactly all on the same team. Biker gangs tend to cooperate and compete with each other at the same time out here. Take the Vanquishers, for example. They're our biggest rivals. We Sons of Caledon have got a score to settle with them.
Oh yeah, time to settle the score.
But for the sake of the current overlord, Pompeii, now's not the time.
Speaking of Pompeii, everyone in the outer ring's been saying they haven't seen him for a while. And nobody knows what he's been up to.
One day, he's gonna have to give up his position as overlord.
Overlord, huh? Sounds pretty badass.
You know it. And it's not the kind of title that just anyone in the outer ring can have. The oil industry runs the Old Oil Field out here, and the whole shebang relies on support from the Motor League. The Overlord's the strongest among the biker gangs. As the head of the Motor League, the Overlord wields their power to... What was it again?
Hey, didn't Lucy tell you to memorize all those lines like 1,000 times before coming here? Anyways, the Overlord wields the power to designate transport routes as the boss of the Motor League. which is a huge boon. It's like super powerful, like a mixologist with a whole barrel of pure, undiluted nitro fuel.
Yup. Since every biker wants to be the overlord, we had to find a way to see who's the winner. So we came up with the Cross Hollow Motor Race, the Tour d'Inferno.
A race? Sounds like we can expect to see some real cutthroat and underhanded action.
What do you mean, cutthroat and underhanded? Whoever wins or loses is decided fair and square.
I heard there's a famous legend about the Tour d'Inferno in the Outer Ring. So, I have a feeling things aren't as simple as they sound.